Hey everyone, Catch 'em All Collectibles here. Saturday video. It is not MetaZoo though. It is non-Pokemon Saturday. Something else Saturday. I don't know what we'll call it, but I usually do MetaZoo every other Saturday. Since I bought that massive non-Pokemon collection, I am going to fill in the gaps and post every Saturday. So every other Saturday will be MetaZoo. Filling the gaps will be Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, send-offs, returns, things like that. But yeah, today's video, I sent for the first time in a couple years. I did send during the pandemic when PSA had closed. I sent a small order to BGS. Many years ago, I upgraded a PSA 9 base first edition Charizard that I bought from Gary as part of a complete PSA 9 base first edition set. Way back in the day for $8,300. Still crazy to think about that one. I upgraded the Charizard to a BGS 9.5 years ago and sold it for, I believe, more than I paid for the set. Partially due to the card appreciating by itself, but also doing to get the grade upgrade. Anyways, to the actual topic of the day. Something atypical here. This is actually a pre-recorded video. My hands are right here and they're on screen. I've never really done the voiceover type video before, but yeah, here's some Naruto. Man, I bless the CGC and PSA submission systems. Submitting the BGS, they have a new style. I can't really remember. I think I did pen and paper for the old one, but their new one's pretty rough. You got to enter line by line. You got to type everything out. I had to eBay search most of these cards to find one that was BGS graded and then just copy what was there because I had no idea what to put anywhere. They literally just say like put year, put name, put whatever you want to put on each line, control or shift enter to go to a new line. But yeah, I'm going to go through probably a couple loops here because I'll be a bit rambling. Maybe first pass. I think there's only 3 minutes worth of videos. So I'll probably do 2 loops through. Right now you see a first pass and I'm rambling about the BGS submission system. For the second pass, I'll talk more about the cards themselves, a little bit that I learned about them. Uh but yeah, this is the BGS send off. There's a 40 card and a 10 card that were sent in the same box. Kind of a similar idea to what people do with PSA. You send a higher tier. I sent at the $40 tier, 25% off sale for Black Friday. As this video posts, it will be active for 2 more days. I believe they're starting it. They started it on the 21st and they're ending it on the 28th, I believe, Cyber Monday. So I'm recording this the day before Thanksgiving on the 23rd. This, what you're looking at right now, I forget how many cards it was. Let me pull up my PSA and just see what it was. But Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super I sent to PSA. A lot of these do really well in PSA 10. One really cool thing about Dragon Ball Super is that it's really easy to search. Every card in the bottom right, you probably can't really make it out, but every card has like a BT1. BT1 means it comes from booster set number 1, BT1 through BT10, or I forget exactly how many there are, but I think there's more than 10, all the way up to 12 or 13 maybe I had. And I sent, let's see how many of these I sent. I think I go through and I actually show some of the card conditions here. I might show some of them had white dots on the back, which I did Google. A lot of people were talking about how some cards will have them, some cards won't. 27 cards is what I had sent for Dragon Ball Super. So maybe it was, oh no, sorry. It was a 27 card. So I sent 27 at regular for 18. And then I think I did the same thing with PSA. I did a handful at the higher tier as well. Potentially. But anyways, getting back to the no, I sent them all at the 18. So getting back to the BGS submission, Naruto, 3 dots at the bottom tells you what the rarity is. These are all super rares. And one thing that was interesting, you won't be able to make it out, but a lot of these are from sets S18 through S25, I believe it ended. The more valuable, more desirable cards in Naruto generally are the full arts from later. A lot of the earlier on Naruto cards, are not as valuable because they were printed much more significantly. much higher print runs when it was first created, and the art's just not really objectively, because art is subjective, but the arts do look a lot better in the full art form. A lot of people would say, I mean, look at the alternate arts today versus the old boring half frame WotC hollows. I mean, I'm not making that claim, but that's a claim a lot of people make. So yeah, the Naruto cards, some of those in there in BGS 9.5, BGS 10 condition, several $100s, if not a little over $1,000. A lot of value there. Dragon Ball Super, the ones I sent to BGS were primarily because they had a scratch or a dent or something like that. The scorecards I'm primarily sending to BGS because the condition's a fair bit worse. I have some rare GKI variants. Grand Kai Invitational. It was a tournament basically that Dragon Ball Z score had years ago. These cards here are the more valuable ones, the ones with the signatures on the cards, not like actual Sharpie ink signed in person by somebody, but they're printed that way. Some of these Dragon Ball Super cards are fairly valuable. Again, $700 range, maybe around $1,000 for some of the more valuable signatures, but fair bit of value here. It's really interesting to see, as a Pokemon guy, how much value there is out there in some other things. So I'm really excited to see how these come back. Basically, if you saw my earlier videos, I have tons of these. These are the better ones, but not all of them. So these aren't all of my super rares, but these are most of my super rares from Dragon Ball Z Super. These are most of my ultra rares from Dragon Ball Z Score. And the way you can tell on Score, if you check out my live video, there's some dots in the top right. 6 dots, I believe, is an ultra rare, and then 7 is oftentimes a promotional card. But it's just really cool to be learning more about these new, I say new, Dragon Ball Super is a new ongoing game, newer ongoing game. Naruto is a dead TCG, and Dragon Ball Z Score is a very old one, I believe around 2003. So it's just really cool to see, learn these new things, kind of branch out a little bit from Pokemon. But yeah, I think that's the full twice loop of the video. Let me know in the comments below. Do you wish I would just stay with Pokemon? I know my MetaZoo videos don't pull nearly the views that my Pokemon ones do. I'm interested to see if I can bring in some new people searching. The past few days, I've actually been absorbing some Naruto content, absorbing some Dragon Ball Z Super content. I might end up watching the animes just to like learn some more about them now that I have a bunch of the cards. I think the more you know about the franchise, the more you know about the characters, it would just make you a better seller of those things. Not that I'm going to turn my business into this fully. I don't know that I'll ever buy another Naruto or Dragon Ball Z collection. Who knows? Maybe I watch the anime, maybe I fall in love with it, maybe it becomes some semi-substantial part of my business. As of right now, I have this 25K collection. I'm going to optimize it. I'm going to grade it with BGS, with PSA, maybe a little bit of CGC even, and I'm going to sell it to maximize profit. So I'm going to document that journey. I'm learning as I go in these new TCGs and CCGs, and I'm excited for it. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you're interested in any of this, if you collect Naruto or Dragon Ball Z. I'm going to have a lot more things. I don't know how much more grading will be done, but I will be having some WoW loot cards. I will be having some Star Wars serialized cards listed in my store eventually. At some point, I've got to get all this sold. So a little bit of consigning here and there probably as well. But yeah, that's it for today. That's everything I had. I will catch you all later.